Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. Now, if some of you have been watching Tech Travel Geeks since way back in 2019, you may remember that we unboxed, reviewed and did a few tutorials for the original Poco F1 smartphone. Those were simpler times. Not only was there just one Poco F1, if you're lucky enough, there was a choice of storage variants depending on the market you're in. But fast forward to 2025, so more than 6 years later, the Poco F7 has hit the market, and it's part of a series of devices which are have the Poco F7 name. This is the base model, but there is also the Poco F7 Pro and the Poco F7 Ultra. But for Tech Travel Geeks, I thought the best one to buy was the Poco F7. We purchased this with our own pocket money, so this is a self-funded review. It is a device which I'm very interested in looking at. Now, our Chief Aperture Officer, Lucas, he did review other Poco devices, but I really haven't had another. Well, I have had some lower-end Poco M series devices since then, but this is the first Poco F series device I've had since the Poco F1. Now, packaging has the typical Poco yellow over black, yellow and black branding. You can see that it says powered by Xiaomi HyperOS. It's not hiding away from the fact that it is a Xiaomi device. Right, as we take the lid off, the Poco F7 is there. Few specs on the plastic bag this time, telling us that it's running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, which I've heard really good things about. It has a 6,500 mAh battery, which is relatively large for a device in this class, and it has a 6.83 inch AMOLED display, 50 megapixel Sony camera, and IP68 dust and water resistant. So the specs that they're shouting out about are truly impressive, especially given the price of the device, which is under £400 sterling. Then the rest of the box has the Poco branding. Let's see what's in it. This is a UK retail device. If I open it up, there is, oh nice, the UK retail thing has an energy rating label. I think the idea here is that you need to stick this to your phone. I bet it's on the screen. This is a EU thing, as you can see, EU energy. Why we're getting it in the box in the UK, since we Brexited hard to avoid this sort of nonsense, I don't know. But this is essentially a waste of a sticker to tell you that it is a B-rated energy device. I mean, it's completely pointless, unless you really want to virtue signal that you have a B-class energy device. So that's going in the bin. We've got a quick start guide, which is cool, and a other quick start guide. Okay, there's two of them. And then we have a cable. This is a Xiaomi fast charge cable. It does, in this case, have USB-A at one end and USB Type-C at the other. Now, unlike the review devices that have been going around, as you can see, there's no charger in the box, but there is a case for UK retail. So this is a standard TPU case. It is black, which in a way is a good thing, because it won't go yellow after a while, and that comes in the box. So it saves you a few pounds if you're happy sticking with this. But you might want to go for a more transparent case, especially with the variant that I've just purchased. So from the front, nice little phone. It does have metal sides, and this is the back of the phone. So it's not quite a transparent nothing phone, but it does have a few little details, which I think we'll walk through in this video. I'll be doing a separate video on the setup, how I go through setting up the Poco F7 as my smartphone. It will be one of the main devices I'm using for the next few months. But let's look at the device. So obviously we've got the power button and volume rocker on the right hand side. On the left hand side there's nothing, At the bottom you have your little SIM tray, microphone hole, USB Type-C port, speaker grill, and at the top it's pretty simple. It just has an infrared blaster. So on the back you can see we've got Poco branding under the plastic back with the usual regulatory nonsense there, made in China, blah blah blah. This is the limited edition silver one. You can just see that through there, it says limited edition. And then we've got the Qualcomm Snapdragon logo to show off the type of chipset in it. And then it's got little detail about the camera, saying that it's 50 megapixel OIS, optical image stabilization. I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces. And there is a little bit of a reflective thing. This is a really interesting camera module. So unlike other ones we've seen, this is pill-shaped, but it has a diagonal cut between the two, with a little reflective couple of green bits, which in the right light do look as if they're lit up, but they're not. It's just a nice little flourish of design, and I think a really good call out to Qualcomm and the Snapdragon chipset that's running this device, which, as we saw earlier, is the 8S Gen 4. Good, so first impressions, the hardware feels good in the hand. Let's just have a quick sneak peek at what the display looks like by long pressing the power button on. So yes, this is a 6.83 inch display. It's AMOLED, which means that when the pixels are black, such as on this screen, they are off. And that gives you better contrast, better differences between white and black. So as you can see, it's a nice bright display. It has a punch hole 20 megapixel selfie camera up there. So I think first impressions for a device which is under £400 sterling, and if you order one early, it's £319. That's what we paid for our review device. So that's really good deal if you can get one. I'll link in the description to where you can purchase the Poco F7, both on the Xiaomi website and on Amazon. Obviously the Amazon links are affiliate ones. You'll be purchasing from a trusted retailer, and you'll also be supporting the Tech Travel Geeks because they're affiliate links. So as I said, I'll leave the links in the description below. But first impressions of the hardware, really, really good. I am really thrown away. I'm really blown away by this this really cool camera and sort of fake transparency at the back. What I would say is, even in the last few seconds since I've taken the stickers off and unboxed the device, you can see that it is already collecting a few fingerprints. Okay then, so as I said, I will be back with a separate video on the setup, and over the next few weeks we'll be publishing a series of how-to videos for the Poco F7. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, and anything else we think makes the travel experience better. Now, obviously, to make sure you get notified of when we publish our new videos, you can have that bell turned on. But for now, thanks for watching, and goodbye from me.